In this video, we are going to discuss number 12 of the Statistics 1 Math 121, Math 122, Unit 6, Assignment 6, practice paper. It says we've got to complete the following. This means we've got to calculate the area of this region, shaded region. Now, as you can see, this is a standard normal curve, and the area under the curve is probabilities. We have known that already. And this region appears to be, what is the probability of that z is less than 0? Okay, because that's on the left side of 0. Right, so to help us now, we can go to Unit 6 and page 7. We are familiar with this page already. And here we can clearly see that this is half of the standard normal curve, and the area of half of this curve is 0.5 because the total area is 1. Total probabilities cannot exceed 1. So this should take care of part A. Part B now asking us to find the area between negative 1.456 and 2.365. All right, what is this probability value? So let's see how we can approach such a question. So back to page 7 of the Unit 6. And here we have an example between negative 1.5 and 1.65. So let's see how this question was approached. As is denoted here, we want to find the probability that z is between negative 1.5 and 1.65. So how can we do that? One of the ways of doing that is by finding phi of 1.65, because we are limited to this table. That's the table that we are using, the standard number table that we are using, and it's calibrated for phi of z of positive z's. It only gives us big chunks, not tails. All right. So if we find phi of 1.65, and we find phi of negative 1.5, because we know a phi of is towards the left. So phi of negative 1.5 is this tail. So if we subtract this shaded region, this area here, which is the left tail, a tail nonetheless, and we subtract it from that big chunk, which is phi of 1.65, the remainder will be the area between negative 1.5 and 1.65. So it's how to find phi of 1.65. This is fairly straightforward. The calculator, the table will give this to us directly. 0.95053, 1.65, 1.6, and you stop on the 5. Okay, 0.9505. And 53, that must have been an online calculator that was used, because you can also use online calculators to find more accurate probability values. To find phi of negative 1.5, which is a tail. And anytime you want to use this table to find a tail, you've got to find a big chunk, which is the positive phi of the positive value of this value, and subtract it from 1. So phi of negative 1.5 is phi of 1.5 from 1 minus phi of 1.5. So imagine 1.5 here, we find phi of 1.5, which is a big chunk, and we subtract it from 1, which will give us the right tail, which of course will be equivalent to the left tail. So phi of negative 1.5 is 1 minus phi of 1.5. And this will give us 0.66, 0.06681, and we subtract the two. The difference will give us the area of this shaded region right here. Now the question say use the add part, because this is 3 decimal places. So what you need to do, if you need to find phi of 2.365 or phi of 1.456, because you need to find phi of 1.456, so subtract it from 1 to get this tail right here. Okay, to subtract it from phi of 2.365. So phi of 1.456, what you need to do, you need to find phi of 1.45. Find phi of 1.45, 1.45, we stop on the 5. phi of 1.45, that will be 0.9265, plus, we got 1.1456. So after you find 0.145, 0.9265, then you go across and you stop on the 6. Okay, it says 0.1456, and you add a 0.000. Okay, you have 3 decimal places, 0.000. Stop on a 6. All right, 1.451, 1.452, 1.453, or not this 6, sorry, 1.451, 1.452, 453, 4, 5, 6. And then you come down, you look for 1.4. Right, so that is it. So you add 2.9265, 0.0008. That's what you add to 0.9265 to increase the level of accuracy. That's why they say add. So because this is 1 digit, that would be occupying the thousandth value, 0.0008. Okay, that's what you add to 0.9265. If it was 1.457, you would stop on the 7, that would be 10. So you'd add 0.0010. Okay? And that's what you do to use the add part of the table to solve for this shaded region right here. So I hope this helps with your completion of number 12.